here where it's blue. Lovely. It's really nice. So, welcome to Monday, the 10th of March. Oh my gosh, what a week last week was. Totally unplanned and unexpected to have all of those days off. Um, yeah, the universe just did what the universe does. And yeah, I know that there's a lot of people right now in totally crazy situations. So if you're in Queensland, I hope that the weather is settling down. You're not flooded. Like I went and had a look at the news this morning, but they didn't really have a lot on there this morning. So let's bet you click buttons and we'll see people here. Good morning, Abby. Oh, how are you, beautiful? I hope life is amazing for you. Mwah, mwah. Nice to see you. Hi, Claire. Oh, damn. Still raining. I hope you're not getting flooded. So, same for you, Abby. I know you're in New South Wales now, but I'm sure that you're still in a very wet area. So, ladies, this week, when I was doing words yesterday, because I hadn't had a chance to do them before that, hello, Alicia and Heather. How are you? All right. So this week. All right. Good morning, Kath. So we've got this lunar eclipse on Friday. Dommy still has no power. I know Sammy's on the Gold Coast, and she didn't have power either. So seriously, the Neptune at the 29th degree of Pisces. All right. Anyway. Okay. So this week, full on, all right? By the time we get to Saturday, because that lunar eclipse is on Friday, we do have Mercury retrograde starting on Saturday. And with the sun in Pisces, and all right, so an overview, guys. All right, a lunar eclipse, okay? So the eclipse is in Virgo. With the sun in Pisces, we could all be feeling very drained. All right, I know I look like I haven't had sleep, but I've had heaps. What if you need to rest, then rest because the South Node, all right, is that place that drains us. It is in Virgo. All right, so this is our physical health. All right, so this untangible, the sun in Pisces is confusing, and like we've got Mercury station retrograde. All right, so our thoughts aren't moving as fast as usual. We're treading water. We're confused about what day it is. What are we doing? Like everything's just so elusive. All right, so just allow yourself to rest if need be. I was talking to someone yesterday and they were like, all of these things. And I was like, but you forgot the big one. And the big one is the fact that this eclipse is making everything feel like it's unmanageable because it's too much. But in reality, it's just a matter of trying to plan as best you can. All right. If you've got shit that you need to do, then put it on a piece of paper, like write it down and then remind yourself to look at the list because it's one of those staring off into space types of weeks. So definitely feels like that. All right, so I'm going to read the words for today. All right, there are likely going to be some strong feelings around today, but now is the time to be doing that hard work. All right, with Venus. And so far, she has made no aspects to any other planet in her retrograde. All right. So she's not only looking within, but she's only focused on herself until today at lunchtime, 12 p.m. She makes that opposition to Lilith. All right. So Lilith is in Libra, which is Venus's sign. All right. So there could be some feelings of, what do I truly desire? All right. So this is Venus in Aries retrograde. What do I want? But then the opposition to Lilith, who is an angry mama who has been wronged, all right? Reclaiming your personal power, owning it, and the anger might come from the suppression of your own needs for the benefit of others, all right? And this might just, I'm not talking about the mother aspect of this because Parents will always sacrifice, or not always, most parents will sacrifice their own needs for the needs of their little people when those little people can't do it for themselves. But when you get to a point where those little people can do it from themselves and they're not little people anymore, or maybe you've got a big man baby husband, when you are not appreciated, that is where this rage and anger might come up for the lack of acknowledgement. You know what I mean? So I think there was something else. This is okay. Sorry, I will keep reading. All right. Venus has been on a solo journey. I just said that. And maybe she has realized some things about herself, like where she has compromised or given her power away. Maybe you're feeling resentment about some inequality you have had to deal with. If this sounds like you, then approach this with a I am the source of my power attitude and be boss level strategic in implementing the solutions. All right, hopefully this is still working fine because I just got a message saying that it was. Oh, look, see, good morning, Kathy. How are you? All right, so yeah, definitely, definitely allow these feelings to come up, okay? Because it's exactly the right time, all right? And you know, Mars did his thing, and everybody was like, "It's okay," and now Venus is doing it, but she's not as cuddly. When Mars was in Cancer, there was a little bit more of a nurturing. Here, let me give you a cuddle. But Venus in Aries, she's a bit like, "No, fuck off. I'm doing my own thing." All right, so there's that. Now, right now, or just yeah, right now, the moon is trine Neptune, so I can feel this. It's just like that starey, like, you know, I don't know. That when everything just sort of floats. It's one of those moments. I'm definitely feeling that. All right, now at 4 p.m. today, we have the moon, which will be in Leo by then, opposing Pluto. So this is another one of those things. So at 12 o'clock, we've got that Venus opposition Lilith, which is maybe bringing up that. But then at 4 p.m., the truth of the matter might show itself, all right? Because we've got Moon opposition Pluto. All right, so I don't know exactly how that's going to look. Everybody's going to look different. But maybe because when the moon moves into Leo, it's about us shining proudly. All right, we can stand in our own power. That analogy is, Leo is the rock star on stage and Aquarius is the crowd. All right, so the moon in Leo standing up there being all sorts of proud of himself. And Pluto is like in the crowd, maybe asking if you're sure about the transformation. I don't know. I don't know if those words felt right or not, but you know what I'm trying to say. There is some aspect, maybe if you're not sure about why you're feeling pissed off, maybe the truth might come out if you just sort of, because of all the Pisces and Virgo and just contemplate. All right, I know that there was another time during the week where I was sort of saying work backwards, to find the source of this um, problem, issue, situation, work backwards to find out when it started, or if it's not if the conversation in your head is someone else's voice, then figure like, who is it? Why did they say that? Is this just a generational thing rolling over because, now is the time to do the work to stop those patterns, all right? So there's also that type of thing. All right, let's have a dream weaver while I have a look at other stuff. Yeah, just so much nodal stuff. It's like, oh, fate. And so I'm starting to, no, I'm not freaking out, but I leave on Thursday. I leave here on Thursday. So I'm working today and tomorrow, and then so Saturday morning I'm going to be on the mainland. My gosh. So yeah, a bit exciting, a little bit exciting. All right. What card is going to summarize? This one. Oh, weavers know that all is God. I love it. It is card number 44. And I feel like looking at it that way. Look at that. That is, I don't know. How many myths are there about whales floating through space? I know Doctor Who had one. So whichever way you choose to look at it, that is beautiful. All right, card number 44. Let's have a look. I'm listening to the pigs blow bubbles in their water. All right. The conscious universe and the source of supply. Spirit is fundamental to life, and the mystical is your primary reality. The weavers know that all is God. Do you? This is a profound magical time in your life, and it's important that you recognize your relationship with higher power as essential and primary. Consider all the gifts of your very existence. When you breathe, ask yourself, who is breathing you? What force moves through you, animating you and those you love? The universe is the spark of life within you and nature. In you is true magic, connecting you to the web of all creation. Each strand woven on your behalf is pure consciousness. Right now, you're being asked to remember this and feel what that means to you. Every single thing in your life is sacred and infused with the power of spirit. Even your difficulties are infused with the sacred and are always beckoning you to remember who you truly are, an immortal spiritual being having a mortal human experience. Can you see right now that whatever you're asking about has divinity sparkling through it? Treat the subject of your query with reverence. Step into the sacred dance, and you cannot go wrong. You're meant to be having this experience right now. And I love that. I do love that because, like I was saying, Venus, she hasn't spoken to anyone in her retrospective yet. She really is, like just like the sun's in Pisces, we're in this elusive dream space, Neptune at 29 degrees, like there's a lot of intangible type of feelings right now and elusive. Like, if you are maybe escaping reality a bit because it feels right. It's because there's so much water and intangible dream space in everyday life right now. It's really hard to focus and find grounding because although the south node is in Virgo, so focusing on your health is probably the best way to go. So like maybe if you're drinking too much, focusing on your health is the thing that's going to stop you having that Pisces experience. So I don't feel like that's the case. I don't feel like everybody's getting into the slops a bit too much. But you know what I mean, Maybe you're doom scrolling. Maybe you're losing yourself in just scrolling and not dealing with the reality of what you're having right now. So that's that, ladies. That is that. All right, so I'm going to go. I will be here tomorrow. I'll be here all week. Oh, yeah, I will. I'll be here all week. I won't be around Saturday because I'll be getting off the boat at that time. But just reinforce yourselves for this week, guys, all right? Anything that you would normally do to boost your immunity, to make sure that your well-being is heightened, like maybe go for a walk. If you have supplements, take your supplements, get enough rest, you know don't doom scroll. So it is a big week, all right? So make sure that your priority is the well-being of yourself and those around you. And um, if you are still in these weather zones, please be careful. And yeah, I will see you guys soon. Mwah. Bye.